Hey, welcome back. We have the final run of pens here. I bought a whole bunch recently, sort of against my better judgment, as it always goes. But I'm excited to check these out, and then maybe not these particular ones, but I'll let some of the pens that I've been buying go back to the community soon here. But this is just in from Magnus. And man, he has been doing some awesome work lately. So if you're not familiar, the Magnus Click Shift is about to transition from the V3 to the V4. I believe there will be potentially some price differences there. There's a little more machining involved. I don't know if I'm exactly spot on that, but I've been seeing some of what's coming out and it looks like they're slightly more expensive. I could be wrong. Anyways, I got a couple, I think, of the last V3s. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, I was hoping I would open this one first. Sweet! This is the Helix. And I am so stoked to finally get one of these in hand. Especially with this new, stronger spring he's putting in here. These things are freaking awesome. Love it. I don't think this is the new V4 with the sleeved mechanism. I'm not sure how I could actually tell, but I don't think so. It doesn't look like it. It looks like it's sitting in the body, just like the ones I'm used to normally buying. But yeah, this bigger spring has been really nice. Just has a little more length to it and gives you just a better overall experience. And that Helix is a heck of a pattern. So let's go into the next one here. This one is a hex with Anno, if I recall correctly. Yeah, nice. Ooh, that is a nice finish. I wasn't sure if I was gonna love this one in person. Nothing not to love there. Look at that beauty. Get you a little zoom in here on this. So it's a color fade Anno. And a nice little polished finish on it. Man, that thing is nice. And then looks like you went bronze on the screw on this one. This one is just the pure play. Man, that is really nice. That's one of the nicest finishes I've seen since my precision pens for like a stone wash. That is sweet. So yeah, very excited to get these in hand and check them out. I also think this is 167. I also think it is not a V3, a V4. I think it's a V3. Feels smooth though. I have nothing to complain about on that action. That feels great. I guess we could check and see if we see anything different from the older mechs. I mean, it looks like it's just sitting there on the titanium. I don't see a sleeve in there. But let's compare that to this one. Try not to mix up the parts, although it is kind of fun to mix and match the parts on these, I have to say. I've changed the spring on that to an aftermarket spring because these older ones just weren't quite as good. That mech is different, but not significantly. There is a difference there. This one has, for some reason, a slightly different machining to it. I don't think that this is a V4. I think this is still a V3. I don't see any indicators of significant differences between these. You can see, however, how it starts to work in and polish out as you use it. So that's kind of cool to compare a brand new to one. This is my desk one. So it's one that's gotten a little bit of use. It's not my go-to pen, but it's gotten a little bit of use. I never remember which side to do this on. Let's see what happens. I think I got it right. So I think right now Magnus and Herman are at the forefront of machine pen finishes. I just think no one is quite hitting the level of fit and finish that they are. The creativity, the feel to them, I'm not seeing anyone else play the game the way that they are. I think they've got maybe a little more machining capabilities or something. I don't really know, what allows one company versus another to do more. I'm just not seeing anyone playing the game the way that these two are right now. So pretty big fan, obviously. Had a lot of these. I think I did that wrong. So you gotta get that twisted into the correct direction there. Otherwise it just will not work. I just don't know what the right direction is. Maybe that way. There we go. So yeah, a pleasure to get a few more of these Magnus pens in the collection. I'm looking forward to finally getting to check out a V4 at some point. I'll try and get it on the channel when I see one in stock and manage to buy one. He dropped like 20 pens yesterday and I missed it. But man, he's just doing really nice work here. I'll get a close up on this Helix too as kind of a last thing here. That is quite an impressive finish there. And these Helix ones look awesome with like ano and then polish on them. He's done some Helix kind of like this and they just look freaking awesome. So if I can get a V4 Helix with a nice ano in it, that might be the next one on the list if I can. So yeah, that's all for now. If you enjoyed, please feel free to like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.